tis debatable.
I just realized what stuff looked weird. I don't play this in full screen.
How dare you?
I do a lot of tabbing. Graphics.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm in full screen, but I can still see my taskbar and shit.
What's the taskbar?
I like seeing my sheet behind my game, so I know something's happening, and I also like to keep a constant eye on this chat thing to say something incredibly terrifying when the time comes. Hello, people of the internet.
Jesus.
Help.
Let's see, last time you recruited the help of Garrett's friend to figure out what was possessing Hikari, which turned out to be a dragon.
It's fine.
It is a thing you can look up. It exists. It is a creature.
Fine. We didn't end up fighting it, so it's fine.
You made friends with it, weirdly
Yeah.
enough, even though that was not the intention either. The intention was that it would probably just leave.
Whoops!
I mean, you didn't have to take Mihi's friendship is magic thing so literally.
It wasn't me, though, I don't think. I think it was Amos that asked it.
When it came to the puppeteer. Puppeteer? Doll maker. Toy maker. That guy.
That man is still unsure about you because you hugged him.
Fine. It's fine.
When that man thinks someone's a little strange, that's interesting.
Yep. Side note, the paper of a notebook is really fun to roll dice on.
That was pretty
Yeah, perfect.
much it, besides a ton of RP between the characters and some NPCs. There was not a lot that actually happened. All you know is the lady might escort you to place. You're gonna stay an extra night so that Vance could do a thingy. Or attempt a thing. We'll see how the die does this time. Almost got a bunch of diamonds to take back home.
All the diamonds.
They do shine bright.
You guys had a bunch of magic items that you found out were all magic. And identified them. So now you guys have a general idea of what they are. You don't necessarily know names, but you have a general idea of what they are. The names are just for my own sake to help. And you may choose to do with them as you wish, because you still got the rest of the day. It would have taken a while to do it, but it's still only a few hours out of the day.
I forget, did Mihi end up having to identify all of them, or was there a few she did?
I don't remember. Was anyone going to be helping me? Julius could help with only like 2 or 3 of them, if I remember right. So he had just opted to do the magic tech thing.
Almost can.
Almost can? Okay.
Mihi's just like in the table in front of her, the thing she's identified. She's just gonna have the item laid down there, and like there's like a note saying what that shit does.
That's essentially what identified does, is it tells you what it does. It doesn't really tell you everything about the item or what its name is.
There's also this weird void space that says something about will swallow your soul. I didn't get much more out of that.
Identify can only identify so much.
Go ahead. She will remain at this table until bothered.
Oh.
Like I said, if you guys were, unless you want to do any, like, roleplay while she's doing this, but I was picking up after she would have finished. Or
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't
That's
think
fair.
they would. I do think Reyan's gonna give the bag of tricks to Zach. I think that is oddly more fitting to go into his hands.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to make note of that because I don't have an actual sheet for him. I just used the
Yeah.
the Durgan.
Yeah, it's fine.
I will have to. I love how its description is like you pull out a fuzzball.
I know, it's so cute. Because he probably found out what it did and went, hey, you could use this. I feel like this will be good for you.
You can make fuzzy companions.
Yeah. He's like, here, I know you miss the outside.
Yes, but they also have a limitation, if I remember right, on how long they
Yeah.
can be out and how many you can summon a day.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's limited,
Isn't the bag
but...
itself limited to a number of things?
It transforms into a creature you determine by rolling a d8 and consulting the table. Creature vanishes at the next dawn, or when it is reduced to 0 hit point.
Yeah. And you can only summon a max of 3.
Yeah, 3 per day.
Okay.
Which is why you could end up with multiple of the same one.
Mm-hmm.
Pulls out a badger. Oh shit, put it back, put it back!
It depends. Some of them actually do have some interesting ones. There are multiple different kinds of bags of tricks.
Yeah, there is. I find it hilarious that mother and son have gotten the same one, though.
I think it's hilarious. It's beautiful.
It was not on purpose. It was just what popped
No,
up.
it's perfect. I love that. I love that a lot.
Would Harx be on the table, or as like sitting at the table whenever she finished up?
Possibly. What was it? What? Oh, well, opera closed.
Oh no.
Thank you, opera.
I
It updated on you, didn't it?
Huh?
I see.
Yes, he would be.
Right. If nothing else before that, she would. Whenever she finished up, she would just look over at him, holding a mysterious pearl-like thing.
Hesitantly puts his hand out.
This would probably be best for either you or Julius. Hand over.
Okay.
Hmm?
As I word this immersively. It should let you recover some spell use.
Yeah, we'll give a description real quick. I gotta go to the right person. While this pearl is on your person, you can use an attack or an action to speak its command word and regain 1 expended spell slot. The expended spell slot was a 4th level or higher. The new slot is 3rd level. Once you've used it, it can't be used again until next dawn. So it's basically you get 1 extra spell slot a day.
Okay.
that is 3rd level or lower.
Um,
I don't know if that would work with warlocks because they auto cast at the highest level. That would be my only thing, because it does say
Yeah.
3rd or lower.
it would work for right now.
It would work for right now, but once you got to a point that you were using 4th level, it would not.
Mm-hmm.
Or you would have to keep in mind that whatever you use it for would only be 3rd level.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know if you're willing to keep track of that.
Honestly, I would forget. But I know who wouldn't.
Hmm.
He turns and looks over at Reyan.
It does require attunement,
Oh.
so keep this in mind.
Ye-
I don't think you guys really have attunements yet, though, other than Mihi.
I am attuned to my dad's sword and a gem of seeing.
I'm attuned to a cloak. Fuck, I do have a cloak. I forgot I had a cloak.
I'm not entirely sure I'm attuned to anything right now.
I thought you had
you-
auto attunements
she's-
because you're...
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where I wrote that shit down.
Yeah.
Harx, is
Repeating.
your...
Sorry,
Sorry, go ahead. No, you go. I'll type to Jay. Don't worry about it.
I was saying is going, oh, right, repeating the longbow. That's what I'm attuned to. Because artificer shit.
Monty Bank.
Fine. I'm also trying to think because honestly, the stuff that Reyan found, I'm not entirely sure he can use necessarily very well.
Well, it depends on what you want to use, because...
I was like, I'm a warlock. I need my charisma.
Yeah.
Well, the last 3 items that Ryan's got, like, the only one that I could consider him keeping and attuning to is maybe the sword. But he already has a sword and he doesn't really even use that one. So
Technically,
These are-
everyone can use this sword.
yes. So
What kind of
he
sword?
is considering it giving it to Harx. He's got a couple of things he might give to Harx.
It is a sword, and
Get a
it
Plus
looks
one-
like, yes, it does. You gain +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. It also requires attunement.
As someone who
You and Julius both have like melee capabilities because you both have done it. Mihi has been using a bow.
Well, it's also the fact I think both Julius and I auto become proficient with it if we make it a
Right.
packed weapon.
Right.
I'll let
He
you
does not
two-
have a packed weapon, technically.
He doesn't?
uses daggers. No, he
No.
doesn't have a packed weapon option.
Oh shit.
Oh,
He
he's
only has simple weapons.
Right, I'm
right.
packed to
He's
the blade.
Yeah, they're
Right, that's a
different,
certain
yeah.
that's a special thing. Never mind.
Yes.
Yeah, that is the choice. That
Um,
is the option.
at the moment, it looks like just a normal sword, long sword.
And the flat party has the ancestral stabber.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah, his options are daggers, and then he uses the blade, the shadow spell. That is his only melee options.
Fuck. I have fire poker
Hmm?
and rapier.
Would you like me to give it to Julius then?
That is up to you guys.
Yeah.
Alright. Then Julius gets this sword.
Cool.
I'm sure that'll be fine.
I have to practice with it, but sure.
We can practice together. I'm a little rusty.
Honestly, I see it being best for both of you.
It's fine. I don't get into melee often.
Yes, but if you do, you need to know how.
I think I'll hold on to the last two items. I'm not attuning to either of them yet. But I'll hold on to these two just to see. It's been a hot minute. I want to make sure that these get where they need to go, whether or not I'm attuning to it or not.
Well, I could list off what everybody technically got if anyone does feel like that it would be useful for a character.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Have at it.
So as far as like the stuff you haven't already traded, let's see. You have the Harx has the potion of invulnerability, which I think he would figure out based on the description of it.
Yeah.
It's easier just for me to say the names. He's also got Keyword's handy haversack, which is a mouthful.
Word.
That's the
It's
thing I was saying. Well, that comes in
essentially
handy.
it's essentially a bag of holding in backpack form with a little less weight to it, or carry
And a
capability.
little bit more limited, but
Yeah, it's a little more limited than a bag of holding.
yeah. But still, very useful.
And it requires an action to take something out and blah blah blah, all that soon. It also can be pierced, unlike most magic items. He has a elemental gem or a water elemental, which is the green one. And then he has a key, which basically it has a 5% chance of unlocking any lock, and then it just disappears.
Oh, dang.
So it's you roll a percentage and see if you get the 5% and see if it works.
I'll be honest. That is one of the items Harx will not give up because he's intrigued by it.
That is fair.
That's fair.
New plan. We get this one lock and try it multiple times.
No. He
It
is
could
not
come in
that
handy.
intrigued.
It could come in
Definitely.
handy if you can't figure out how to get through a door.
Like I said, he's intrigued by it. He's not that intrigued to try the same door 500 times.
Listen, it's fine. It's good to have just a random key that we could possibly use, considering I don't have.
It does
migration
specify
cards.
it has to be a lock it can be inserted into.
Interesting. Okay.
So it cannot just be used as like for secret passage or anything like that. It has to be for a lock.
Gotcha.
You already gave the bag of tricks to Zach. Reyan has something called the Hellhound Cloak. As an action, you can command the cloak to transform you into a Hellhound for 1 hour. The transformation otherwise functions as the polymorph spell, but you can use a bonus action to revert to your normal form.
Yep.
That's fancy.
He also has the talking doll.
Oh.
It's fine.
That's creepy.
And
This
already gave it.
doll is a little interesting.
You give it commands to speak. It just,
Oh.
yeah, it's the thing you attune to, and you give it commands to speak. It's essentially a prankster item if you actually think about it.
Yeah, it is.
Mihi has a scroll protection from undead, which any of you can use because you all have magic.
Woo.
Unbreakable arrow. So no, the only thing that can break this arrow is an anti-magic field. The Lantern of Revealing. It will reveal invisible creatures and objects as long as they are within the lantern's bright light radius.
That's cool.
Burns for 6 hours on 1 pint of oil, which is still a fucking long time.
Yeah.
And it's a 30-foot bright light radius. And you can lower the hood to make it 5 foot.
Ooh.
Yes, it does have that option. She also got the Necklace of Adaptation. So you can breathe normally in any environment and have advantage on saving throws made against harmful gases, vapors such as cloud kill, stinking cloud, inhaled poisons, and breath weapons of some dragons.
Whoa.
Which she might be keeping because her con save is shit.
That is very fair.
So fair, don't worry about it.
You don't, yeah, you won't suffer the effects of, like, suffocation, basically.
And depending on your reading of it, breathe underwater. Or in space. Or in the Grand Canyon.
Well, it does say, yeah, it says you can breathe normally in any environment, so I would say that it probably does work with water and things like that as well. Even though it only specifies gas stuff, it's kind of interesting. But that's what the spell does. The spell lets you adapt to your environment, too. And then we already did the Pearl of Power thing. So, unless Harx wants to give that to Reyan or keep it for himself.
Which one?
The Pearl that you got. That lets you regain the 3rd level and lower.
Honestly, I'm not going to keep track of it very well. And like I said, it would be more useful with Reyan.
Healing.
Good to have our support to have that
exactly. Yeah, that's my thought. So he'll toss the pearl to Reyan.
Yeah. Her thoughts for giving it to you two because she realized, okay, you guys are really limited in your casting.
Yeah, I imagine all these descriptions are read out anyways.
Yeah.
So if anyone does want an item, I'm not going to personally volunteer Julius. If you want to give him stuff, that is up to you.
He will be holding on to the necklace and the arrow. Everything else is fair game.
Fair enough.
Because I have stupid ideas for that arrow.
Oh,
but I technically have a bow.
I mean, it doesn't break. It also technically it cannot be destroyed, which means technically you can shoot it through things that would normally destroy an arrow, like lava and stuff like that.
Well, the thing is though, with her reloading bow, she already doesn't use ammo normally. However,
a minute. Oh, that's broken. Anyway, I just had a thought. That's broken.
It's a nice little, yeah. It's a much rarer. Actually, let me see. Was it even like a rare item?
It sounds like something that would be rare.
Oh, it's a common.
What the?
Huh?
Magic is bullshit.
I was about to say I
that
call
again?
bullcrap as an archer that has never found one of these in her entire existence.
It is a common item because if you think about it, the only enchantment on it is not to break.
That's fair, but God.
I mean, that's fine. Aspire. The elemental gem is uncommon. That's it. It's uncommon.
Well, because those are actually more commonly found in their environments. That's why
also
they're
true.
uncommon.
That and it's no different than casting the 5th level Conjure Elemental.
Yes. So,
Fuck. Do I want to?
Okay, so I'm out of attunement slots with the Pearl. I still have the Cloak and the Doll available if anybody wants them. Otherwise, he'll hold on to them.
Where the cloak of what?
Hellhound Cloak.
let you turn into a hellhound for an hour. As a polymorph-based thing.
I have one free for now, and I don't know.
Julius has 2 once he attunes to the sword because he hadn't had any attunements yet.
Harx has one thing that he's attuned to.
The,
That one thing.
the
is a
warlocks. Yeah, well, yeah, Harx already has a cloak.
cloak. That's why I'm sitting here like, the one thing is a cloak. So I can't. Because again, as a warlock,
Yeah,
I need my fucking charisma.
understandable.
And as a wizard, I mean, I could hold on to it, but I'm not that strong for character capacity purposes.
That's fine. I can hold on to it, and if we like switch things around again and everything like that, or need it for whatever reason, we have it.
Do you want to give it to anybody? There are technically 2 well, I mean, you are walking around with Zach. You could give it to Zach, too.
That's true.
It is very true.
You can give it to Julius. It's up to you.
The aspiring dragon that wants to go woof on occasion.
Yeah, I was gonna say he technically already polymorphs, so I don't know. He polymorphs to be human.
You know what?
Eh.
Harx will turn and look at Zach.
Oh gods.
Hmm?
You know, looks between him and Reyan. You two.
Hmm?
I would much prefer to get out of sticky situations, and this could be a great distraction. He tosses him the green gem.
To Zach?
Yep.
Oh god. Just making a list.
I just thought about that. I'm like, Harx knows how the 2 of them are connected. Harx would
That is fair.
He knows one dies, the other dies. So, give them something they don't have to stay in combat. They can bolt and break that and use it as a distraction.
Fair. That is a
Because
fair
water
thought.
elementals are a son of a bitch.
They are.
That's one of those, no. So I'm going to delete.
And
You know,
those
I'll
gems
keep-
summon decent sized elementals
Yeah,
too.
they do.
Rand's already got his escape route because he got handed the cape from Harx at one point. I think it was Harx that gave it to him.
Which one?
The cape of the mountebank.
Yes, it was.
Somebody threw that at him and was like,
Yep.
keep that!
Yeah, see, technically you already have a cloak cape thing.
Yes, so... And it's non-attunement, I found out. So
It is
that's
not.
good. But yeah, I'll just hold on to the cloak and the doll in that case, unless we think Julius could use it.
It's possible he could.
Yeah, like
It would give him
it's
another
not
option when he runs out of spells.
Yeah,
It would.
like,
that's
it's
the
not a
thing.
bad idea, and he doesn't really have anything.
And it's a bonus action to get out of it too.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's
See-
you're stuck in polymorph until the
Yeah.
hour.
Yeah. See, Harx, yes, he already has a cloak. But even then, if he runs out of spells, he's much more proficient with melee.
Yeah. Okay,
So-
he'll give the Hellhound cloak to Julius then, because that
Okay.
way
Cool.
he's got something, and Rand's gonna hold on to the doll. He's not sure what to do with this just yet.
Just gonna write that he'll tune
But
to
there
that
are
too.
certain people that he's just like, I feel like this falling into their hands can be dangerous.
No.
I think the only responsible ones would be Mihi and Julius, honestly. I think the others might use it as a thing. It also makes for a good distraction in its own way.
Also, Fox, I'm leaving the green gem in Harx's inventory. I'm just putting it in side note next to it, just in case anything happens. And
yeah, I have to make Zach an actual sheet for inventory.
Yeah, I have it written next. I'm editing it to put in Zach's inventory.
Yeah, the only reason I never wrote one down is because he knows how to use a bow, and it's easy enough to look up the bow damage with the ice arrows. That is, like, super easy to Google, so...
Fair.
Otherwise, I just have to have his dragon sheet up.
Alright, also, Drag, can you send me Pearl of Power stuff so I can...
Mm-hmm.
Pearl of Power is such a nice thing to have, too.
It is. It is a good, like, when you need it.
If I wasn't playing a Warlock, I totally would have.
It actually, if you think about it, giving it to Reyan is the really best option because he has Revivify options.
Yeah.
That was my thought. I was like...
If he needs to use it, it's an action, so he could literally use it within that minute time limit.
That's what I was saying. I was like, Cleric.
Or even a healing
opportunity.
Yeah, even a healing emergency or something.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, also. Right, she will be keeping a scroll also because there's magic and she studies that shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And you're also a wizard, which as long as that's a wizard spell, you can add it to your book.
Right, you don't have to cast it through scroll, you can copy it down into spellbook.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's a wizard spell, but I will look it up in a time that is convenient and doesn't take a full 10 minutes out of a session. Because I am slow.
That is fair. That is very fair.
I can quickly look. It was protection from undead, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's a wizard can use that.
Let me double check. It might depend on the wizard.
Yeah.
True.
Because that's also a thing. Because I know protection from good and evil is. Okay. It is only a scroll. It is not a spell normally.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's the scroll of protection, and then you specify what the creature type is.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is not a spell, it is a one-use, like, it just exists as an option.
She will throw it at someone when she figures that out. It figures out she can't replicate it, anyway.
Yeah.
Magic.
That's one of the few things that's not a normal spell.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys got all your items traded around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really want to message you something, Jay.
Oh no.
I really want to message you something.
Go for it. I think it'll be funny. I don't know what it is, but I think it'll be funny.
Uh-oh.
There you go, there's some player knowledge for you.
Uh-oh.
This is gonna be interesting. Anyways, good luck.
Oh dear. I'm scared. I'm worried.
Player wants to cry.
Alright, so what do you guys do for the rest of the day besides... I mean, it could take him a couple hours to attune to his items.
Yeah.
Gotta take an hour to
Those
attune the
items.
pearl.
One of those items. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Reyan will let Julius know if he still wants to, like, try and spar a little bit today before they head to bed. If they've got time and whatnot, they can.
Interestingly enough, once he attunes to it, it actually will turn into a short sword, which is a simple weapon.
Oh, nice.
Which probably makes him curious.
That's fancy.
I guess it just depends on what the person knows.
Yeah. It still wouldn't hurt to give it a few swings.
Well, you don't really have to practice anymore, unless you want to that badly.
Just an offer.
Hmm. I think I'll be alright for now.
Alright.
Okay. Sorry, it's not heartburn.
Oh, hard to burn.
Heartburn is fun.
No. I do have one other thing that Rand's going to want to do later when things have, like, basically started settling down and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to talk to Zach. Let him know some things.
Wait, what?
Rand wants to talk to Zach because Zach still doesn't know Rand knows.
No, I don't think the rest of the group knew. Well, you mentioned it to Harx, I think.
That's right. It's gotta be a group meeting anyways, so...
Yeah, Julius has no fucking clue.
Oh. Oh no.
I don't know who all knows what is the fun part. Because yes, Mihi and Harx know about the heart sharing thing. I don't know. I don't think Reyan knows how much they know compared to what Reyan knows now. I still think he wants to have this conversation with Zach separate just because it's different. Because he knows Zach didn't necessarily want him to know. And he just wants to assure him that it's okay and that he found out by accident.
Well, the question is, where do you want to have said group meeting?
Yeah. Rain will probably say, like, his room is probably a good spot.
Yeah. Basically, any one of these would have been
Yeah.
yours, I imagine.
Just, like, gather everybody.
Yeah.
Be like,
can pick it up
can we all chat real quick?
Yeah. That's a fair response.
Okay, before we head out, we need to talk.
So I just a side note real quick while everybody's moving.
Hmm.
I just realized I can't use one of my
Oh,
items while sharing the
Jesus.
haversack.
I can't pick it up now because it's saving.
I got it.
What?
I can't use one of my items while wearing the haversack.
Oh.
The Well of Many Worlds.
Yeah, because it's still very much like a...
It's an extra planar thing.
Oh dear.
I'm sitting here looking through his items, just like, okay, you know, what all would he probably be putting in the haversack? I saw that, I was like,
Get your butt in the
I would
room.
know now. I was trying just to have it, not everybody have to be piled up.
Well, I don't know. These guys don't necessarily have to be in there because they gotta be within 60 feet, but...
True.
She's only in here because she shuffleboarded too far.
That's fair.
And she's just canon existing in here now.
Fair enough.
Move her off the wall.
Okay. So, I know I wasn't necessarily supposed to find out, or at least not supposed to find out this soon. Hikari might have accidentally spilled what happened, or figured it out and told me, or assumed I knew.
I might need clarification here.
Julius just looks fucking confused.
Kind of looks over at Zach, kind of like, I am really sorry. I know what Zach did to help bring me back.
What did he do exactly?
Well, before you reveal that portion, you know, we could have had this conversation out there.
I'd rather it just be us. Less overwhelming.
Other than Vance, the other 4 out there are dragons.
I know.
Technically, 2 of them weren't even in the room, and 1 is passed out.
That's also true.
Yeah. But to kind of explain, apparently there's a thing that dragons can do and not everyone, and so we're trying to keep it quiet. Zach and I are sharing a heart at this point.
Julius just looks at the 2 of them. Interesting. How?
Kind of looks at Zach like, I don't know.
Zach actually kind of shrugs, honestly, like, I don't actually know how it works, it just does.
Details are a little fuzzy.
And it's best that knowledge is not does not leave those who are aware of it.
Right.
Because of what can happen.
I don't think Mihi ever got specifics on this.
Yeah. He
And what can happen exactly.
remember she was not informed yet.
Yeah.
If either of us dies, the other one will as well.
See.
That's not good. we backtrack a little bit? You died?
Looks at the other two. You didn't tell him?
So
It never
Reyan
came
got
up.
his ass handed to him by a bone spider.
Yeah, you guys said that he got hurt.
Oh, he got hurt all right. He got his ass handed to him after being led to essentially a kill box by an unbeknown cultist.
Yeah, you had told him about the bone spider and the fight. You just did not tell him that Rand died.
It was a lot of mistakes on my part, and yes, I did not survive, but it's fine.
The reason it never came up, to be honest, was, well, he was brought back pretty soon after we got back.
And we're trying not to let my father know what happened. The less people that...
Probably best not to let the scary vampire know, yes.
No,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Scary vampire with a minion. Probably for the best.
You thought he was overprotective of you before.
Yeah.
Imagine if he finds this out. Then he'll have two
We're
people
not-
to be overprotective of.
We are not going to let that happen.
At least not for the next 10 years, at least.
He kind of like looks at the one spirit in here. Doesn't your mom know, though, that this happened?
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
She's, not happy.
I don't foresee how any of this could go wrong in any way.
There's a few other details that might come up. It's fine. I just have to be careful.
I want to ask, but at the same time, I don't think it's a good idea to ask, is it?
Well, there's a potential that fights could become a bigger problem than usual.
Hence why I gave the gem to Zach.
It's not just a life or death thing.
Well, hopefully you inherited the natural instinct to run away.
My mom sure hopes so, I'm sure.
Now, who are you asking that, Zach or Reyan? Because I'm pretty sure Reyan already had that one.
Zach is saying this.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
Because he knows that that's like a natural instinct he has. Is to
Well, good
run.
news for you. Good news for you, Zach. He doesn't like to fight.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the run first agenda is pretty well covered.
Julius is gonna raise a finger. But this is now the second time that he's gotten himself stuck somewhere while something was trying to attack him.
Yeah, I noticed that trend as well, actually. I was afraid to point it out because I didn't want it to become an even greater pattern.
I feel the panic immediately. Like, I don't even need to ask. I feel the panic immediately. This is the second? The second?
Yeah,
Which, point of order, is why I handed him that cloak he's wearing.
Rand, future reference, maybe when you're running away from something, run behind one of us. And that way, at least you're less likely to get stuck somewhere without a shield.
I would much rather become a chew toy again than have you go down because you decided a corner was the best getaway option.
It was not.
Especially since you could have flown up.
Okay, so that was my not again a lot of my problems come from not knowing what to do and acting impulsively.
Just gonna look at you, Harx. I think we need to make sure he has a few more opinions before he does anything.
Agreed, actually. Again, it's why I gave him the cloak he's wearing. There is no excuse why he cannot get 500 feet away from whatever corners him. Except if there's no magic.
Julius rarely goes into like melee combat until he runs out of spells, essentially, and he's like, no, and then he stayed behind the dog. He was the smart one.
Well, and the only reason Harx got in between Reyan and the dogs because Reyan was fucked up.
Reyan was having a very bad time. He tried to run for cover kind of broke.
Harx was like barely hurt, and he was like, nah, no.
He's just gonna point at me. Follow her example. She tends to stay out of combat a lot.
I try my best. I also have to be in range to heal people. So
Well, good news. You don't have to stand up against us to heal us.
Out of character. Multi-class to sorcerer and get the distance spell.
right?
Just
Oh my
one
God.
level. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Technically need 2 for meta magics, I think.
Oh, that's true. It's 2 or 3
yeah,
for the
yeah.
meta, yeah.
In any case,
Mhm.
Reyan
technically,
roast session.
I do have to stand next to you to touch you, to heal you, and to keep you from dying.
Is there no far away healing?
Very, very limited.
Well,
Not as effective.
We should fix this.
The healing word is useful in a pinch, but it doesn't do nearly as much as cure wounds.
it's useful to get people up because it is a bonus action.
Yes, absolutely.
But that is
I
it.
think we should have a talk with the shop when we get back and see if
Oh,
they
agreed.
can give us some extra potions so that he doesn't have to go near us. I love how these two are just ganging up on you right now.
Well, considering the fact that they're technically kind of Rand's like family in this timeline, he's just like, okay, I think this is
Okay.
correct. I don't know.
You know
I
what's
don't know.
funny?
What
Julius
this
is not technically in this timeline.
Oh, that's
In the timeline, he's
right.
not. You know what's
Oh,
even
that's
funnier?
right.
How many hit points does Reyan have?
Hit points? He has 55 total.
One of the people with less hit points than you is telling you to stay back.
Technically, Julius also has less hit points. He only has the extra right now because he gains it from his soul
That's
friend.
even funnier. Listen, I recognize this. Ryan recognizes this because he's like, both of you are so squishy. I gotta be within range to touch both
You're
of
being
you.
lectured by the warlocks. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, Ryan's looking at both of them like, I'm sorry. What?
Okay.
I mean, in the record, as far as going down, and being in terrible situations, I think you kind of take that prize.
And let the record show who raised me. I'm allowed to be contradicting.
I am doing my best to not go down nearly as often, but I have to keep up with everyone else.
Fair enough. Also, just not even related to this. I'm a little concerned about something for tomorrow.
Hmm.
We're kind
That
of
would be.
fucking what kind of fucking test am I going to have to do in order to go see those other people?
We have to do a test.
Apparently.
Huh.
Is it a test for only you, or is it for everyone wanting to go?
He'll look at everyone. Well, in all honesty, I'd rather it just be me, but I have a strange feeling it's for all of us to go. Because that just seems to be how this all works. So, you and you, if there's anything fighting related, stay back as far as you can. Stay as far back as you can. I know you will have to get close eventually.
Only if I change forms.
Fair enough. That part was more towards him. Pointing at Reyan.
I can
You
stay
were
a certain range back, but even some of my spells I have to be...
Well, yes. Stay out of arm's reach. If we have to fight something.
I can attempt that more so.
That is the better thing. Stay out of length of weapon attack.
That doesn't mean they're not going to run at me. That happens a lot.
Again, hopefully they don't.
Healing people would tend to make you a target, to be fair.
Comes with the job, unfortunately.
Maybe we'll get lucky and it's just a question kind of test, like school.
Do we ever get lucky? Do we ever get lucky?
I was
This
trying
could be
to be
the first.
optimistic.
Please, let's be optimistic.
I hated tests in
I-
school.
I need to be optimistic. Oh boy, I can't wait for this questionnaire. That better?
What is
That
what
was
is the
very
meaning of
sarcastic.
life kind of questions, you know?
You're born,
Where
you
does
live,
your
you
power come
die.
from? Like, you know, the philosophical ones. Those are open ended.
Well, as long as they're not weird questions like where did babies come from, we're good.
Watched red.
He's just trying to
Well, see,
lighten the
that's a
mood.
Well, see, that's a much easier description.
Mm.
I hope it's a question like that. Much easier. They're found under floorboards.
I always thought the stork brought him.
Face and hands, like no.
I was found under floorboards. So, I mean, just saying.
I was found wandering in a ghost plane, so. She was found in a
Reyan.
tube.
I think Reyan is the only one here that has like some semblance of regular like sex ed, and that is only because his mother is who she is.
See, Harx is just being
They're being
a very
sarcastic.
trolling asshole.
Oh yes.
Because
He knows.
in the reality, even though in this timeline, Julius is not part of the family, he still did
Oh yeah.
stay with, Hunter. He learned. He definitely learned things, because between Hunter and Ace, these two know things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Mihi got the birds and the bees conversation, so it's even funnier.
Yeah. I'm glad she had it before this conversation.
I almost
Not that
regret.
she understood what it meant.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
she probably looks confused.
No, she is indifferent.
But I thought babies came from birds and bees. I need to play a certain type of character. It's
Oh,
fine. I just
no.
thought about something.
No, no.
Continue.
Well, I mean, there's no point in worrying about it if we don't know what it is. Just prepare that it could be a question, it could be a fight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it's a test, they're not seeking to kill us, I imagine. Probably just to see if it's okay for us to enter.
It's true. That's very true. It's less. Okay, I'm being a bit. How to put this? I'm trying to make it seem as if I'm more terrified for that than the possibility of walking in. Oh, entering this world and going, oh, hello. You all know my father, the one who left me under the floorboards.
Hmm.
Feel as if that's going to be a very awkward conversation. Which apparently he's not there. By the way, that's a thing to note.
Do you know what happened to him?
No clue. She wouldn't tell me anymore. She told me I would have to find out there. And by she, I mean Garrett's friend that is ominously hanging out by the front door.
I'm sure it'll be okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
Optimism. You'll get answers either way.
Optimism only goes so far.
Well, either something happened to him or you'll have a reason to hate him when you see him.
Does he know the thing about don't start trouble?
The what?
You had mentioned something as far as not starting trouble or something. I don't remember if that was
Yes, but since
that
his
was
dad's
something
not there, that probably wouldn't be relevant anyways.
fair. Well, we'll find out, won't we?
When do we plan to head out?
After things happen in the morning.
Right.
I think. I know I'm a well of information. I apologize.
Well, whenever you're ready.
Well, it's more so whenever somebody's able to do something.
That's ominous.
It's meant to be more cryptic.
Right, maybe we should just try to get some rest. Then
I think that would be best. Yes.
and leave early. And get there hopefully before it's too late in the day.
Very well.
Well, best of luck to you all getting sleep.
You need sleep too.
Silently walks out of the room. Is there a window in this front room?
There's these ones here. There's one over here.
Is this a standable place, or is that like a,
That's like the kitchen counter. She could
You can
probably...
stand at the counter and stare at the window.
Exactly.
You can also wash dishes and stare at the
She's
window.
on the counter currently.
Oh, that's good.
Alright.
I got this confused as like a kitchen table. I wasn't sure.
The table's over here.
So that's like a stew pot. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a stew pot.
Yeah, no, it might not be a counter. Well, I don't know. I can't tell, actually. It might be a counter, it might not be. I just assumed that the different color was a counter.
This is like a support beam.
Okay, I'll be honest. I was considering either the support beams or because of this one's placement here, it's like a chandelier type thing.
I was thinking lights.
Oh, true.
Because this one over here as well.
Yeah,
Kind of
they're
randomly
like-
placed.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I think they might be lights. And
Wait,
the
is this
one
all
smack dab in the middle
open
of the table.
space?
Yes.
Yes.
Open floor plans. They're all the rage
Sure.
in the Feywild.
She's staring out the window here.
Mm. You will get comfortable on the chair.
Moving very, very little. Almost like a statue, except you can see breathing on occasion.
And if somebody turns around, she'll slowly approach them until they turn back around and look at her.
Not that far.
Oh.
Don't blink.
No, no. No, 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 no. Don't do this to me.
Weeping angels.
Ugh.
I'll show you a weeping angel.
He will probably stay in the room with you.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, this is awkward. Everybody just vacated and left those two alone.
Yeah.
Well, after that deep
Well,
conversation,
time to get up on this dusty old trail.
Camp it.
Actually, he's probably gone outside by this point to be out here.
Mm.
Yeah.
Honestly, Reyan and Zach have been sharing a room anyway, so like it's not.
Yeah. I mean,
True.
there are still two beds. There are
He's
still.
going in a corner.
Mhm. There's plenty of rooms. It's a big old freaking house.
He knows. He's next to the
sleeping.
fireplace.
Everybody's sleeping in weird spots.
There's still
Perfect.
there's- Yeah, I mean, there's still potential for people to go to rooms, but
Well, I mean, of course he's going to take the big bed.
that is fair. Mom and Dad's room. And technically, because of the way this fireplace is set up, I feel like you can actually like see through it, Harx, even though it's
Mhm.
like lit and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably just hard to hear when it's lit on the other
Mhm.
side, unless they're being
One of
kind
those
of
ones I would
loud.
love to have in real life if it just wasn't so bougie in its price.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Honestly, he's probably using his backpack as like a pillow and is just like laying down into the corner.
But why? There's a
Why?
couch.
His reasonings. It's fine. Is the
Alright.
fireplace lit?
Probably to keep the house warm, yeah.
Cool. Makes it even better.
So yeah, imagine unless anything else happens, you all get some rest. Take that as a nothing else happens.
Nothing planned here.
Alright.
Adjusting spell.
That's fire. Is totally not. I'm just gonna pick a random Broom.
Um,
Don't worry about what he's doing first thing in the fucking butt crack of dawn because he's like that. He's weird.
Morning, people. It's like 8. It's like 8 a.m. Why have you already completely detailed the lawn?
Not even sunrise yet. What are you doing? I don't know.
Yes.
Gotta mow
That's
the
correct.
lawn before the sun's heat comes up. It's like, when did you start this? 2 a.m.
Why were you up at 2 a.m.?
Midnight.
Don't worry about it. That's for you to never find out.
Oh my goodness. I need to figure out where something went. Don't mind me.
Boop. I don't know why that one, but we're gonna go with that one. Just switching out one spell, and everything else is good.
I don't have. What happened to those?
I'm also
Yes.
realizing something.
Hmm.
If this is a counter,
Mm-hmm.
that's roughly 8 feet of counter to window.
Just don't think about it.
That's a big fucking counter.
Well, it's also a fucking mansion, technically, where they used to have people cook for them.
Room service.
Yeah, so feel free to do whatever you want because I'm gonna be back here doing stuff, so. Nope, that's not what I wanted at all, but sure. Problem with my mouse being stupid right now and not grabbing things that I want. Oh my god. Do this, because apparently I can't find where this thing went. Yes. If you're waiting on me, you're gonna be waiting for a bit, so please continue, do things, whatever you do in the wake up.
Yeah. So, what does everybody do?
Mihi is purely reactive at this point.
Probably going to take another lap around and start doing another round of check-ins. Is cleric.
First thing in the morning, when the only person that's probably awake is Mihi, for sure.
We'll find out. That's why he's just wandering.
Yep, you're right. You will find out.
He's not
You will
going into
learn
like
today.
bedrooms or anything like that, because if somebody's in there, they're asleep right now. But
You're gonna learn today.
Yeah, there we go.
gonna go over here. Is Harx awake when he wanders into this area?
I will also be right back, by the way.
Big time. Let me roll. Let's see. What do you be? Let me. Odds or evens, Spider.
Odds, I guess?
Odds he would be okay. Well, the dice were sitting on 15 and then rolled over to 7. So apparently the dice say yes. He's just still kind of laid over into the corner.
So, asleep?
No, he's awake.
Okay.
You see him laying there.
Morning.
Good morning.
You did sleep, right?
No, I didn't sleep. Yes, I slept, Reyan. Very comfortably, might I add. You have a very comfortable floor in your family home.
We have comfortable beds, too. There are hundreds of rooms. Practically.
Well, I wanted to feel more at home.
I guess. Question. Are you okay?
No,
Alright, I figured
but
not.
it is what it is.
Do you need to talk, or?
Let's save that for after we deal with what we have to deal with. Then we'll see if we are going to talk about that.
Alright. I'm gonna go check in on Mihi and then Julius. See where everybody's at, if everyone's awake.
Well, points through the fireplace. Julius is over there.
Is probably still curled up, sleeping, honestly.
Well, Julius is right there.
Oh.
And last I saw Mihi, she headed over towards the counter.
Alright. I'll go check on Mihi. I'm pretty sure she's awake.
I don't know what will give you that idea.
She's always awake.
Aspect of moon
Morning.
Morning.
How are you doing?
Fuck. Brain had it. Brain lost it. Shit.
You can do it.
I'm prepared to do what needs done.
Okay. But how are you doing?
I'm afraid I don't have a more specific answer.
Fair, I guess.
I'm assuming your rest went well.
Yeah. It's still weird sleeping here. Quite honest.
How so?
I, lived here. Grew up here a little. Not entirely, but...
And returning is strange.
Especially after losing so much.
I see.
Kind of glances over towards his mom, who just kind of, like, tilts her head at him with a little bit of a sad look. Harx is up and Julius is still asleep, so we'll probably, whenever everyone's ready, I guess, we'll be getting ready. Go.
Very well.
Let me know if you ever want to talk.
I'll let you know should I deem it necessary.
Okay.
She's gonna do a little flap to her wings and totally not shake off the dust of not having moved for several hours. And she's just gonna sit on the counter facing inward. A little more lean. But you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't think he has much else while everybody's like asleep or waking up and everything. Other than just wandering through a very weird, both quiet and loud place all of a sudden.
That's fair. Did I almost go outside or something? Is that what's going on
Yes.
over there? Ah.
He's just checking the perimeter, basically.
Garrett is sleeping in dragon form with lady and dog curled up on him. The other one
Fair.
just standing there, staring straight ahead with her arms crossed.
You know...
My brain just went on a what the fuck tangent.
Mm.
How long does someone have to stay still to actually gather dust?
Depends on the place. This place has been pretty. That hasn't. I mean, it's been pretty clean, actually. To be fair.
Yeah, those pixies did some work. Wait, fuck. Was it fuck? Was it?
Yes, pixies.
Yes.
Okay, pixies. We
Don't
keep calling them
confuse
so many
me.
different things. My brain confused. Help. Yes, they did work. Or he did work. Or somebody did work, but work was done, damn it.
Yay! Harx is now up playing with puck and mittens.
Vance is randomly gonna walk in. Well, most of you are awake.
Morning, Vance.
Morning. You're only... Vance is out the window. Up a few hours after I am.
Did you... How early were you up?
Yes. Earlier than most people think I get up.
Uh-huh.
He's secretly half up. Stab him.
Oh, don't worry. We all truly know you get up early. We just make fun of you because of how your attitude is.
I like to stay relaxed. You all stress out too much. I'll kind of look around for a sec. Missing a couple people.
Which ones are you referring to?
Well, a dragon, a half dragon, and another dragon.
Zach
Well.
is still asleep.
Half dragon would be almost, and he went outside at some point. Or at least I saw him leave the room he was in.
If they came back in, I didn't hear them through this door.
Fair. Well, just gonna look at you, Ryan. You might want to wake your friend up.
I'll go get him.
Well, here, why don't you take something to him? And he's got his hands kind of cupped as he's gonna hold it out to you.
Okay, he'll carefully take whatever it is.
Kind of carefully plop something in your hand, and then just move his hands, and you see a very weak little fairy or pixie that waves up at you.
You were
hi.
successful.
was a struggle, but it did work.
Right, remember how I said after somebody did something?
Yeah,
Thank you.
no problem. Might be nice for him to wake up to a friend.
Mm-hmm. Hang on tight. We're gonna go a little quickly.
Player knowledge, I rolled an 11, which was her DC.
Because it starts at 10.
And it
Mm,
failed
Failure
once.
goes up by 1. Revivals are so fucking stressful.
Yeah, and we do the nice ones, but when they're solo like that, I don't do all the nice extra being able to lower the DC shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably the only reason he's probably out cold the way he is because he was not sleeping well. And he probably just finally got tired enough that he just passed out.
Yeah. Reyan probably had to sneak out just to make sure you didn't wake him.
He didn't even react when you moved. That's how out he is right now.
Aw. What a baby. Gonna gently go over and carefully shake him awake. Hey, I have a surprise for you.
Is it another ghost?
Thankfully not this time.
Kind of look up at you sleepily.
Just gonna hold up tiny bean in his hands.
I feel like a few seconds would pass where he's like looking to comprehend it, and then just shoots up. How?
Thank Vance.
Hold out his hands to take her.
Sure. Yep, gently places her.
And you just see these like happy tears as his face like lights up. And she kind of gives him little like pats as he pulls her closer to his face.
Yeah, he kind of rubs at his eyes just to make sure he doesn't start crying too.
He's happy crying though.
Yeah.
He's probably just going to make sure she's comfortable and everything, but I don't think he's gonna leave her here this time.
No, I can imagine not.
Especially in her condition.
If you want, maybe you can take her back home. Get some rest and everything.
If you guys don't need my help anymore.
Just kind of rubs the back of his head. Always need your help, it's just don't want to put both of you in danger.
Do you think the others would take her back somewhere safe?
Probably. We can ask.
Nod and get up. ready to go yet, or can I spend a little time with her?
I think you've got some time. Julius is still asleep, so
It's still early.
yeah, pretty early. So figured give everybody a little bit of time to actually wake up.
Alright, just let me know when you guys are ready.
Sure.
I'll sit back down then and try to make sure she's comfortable and everything.
Mm-hmm. They'll slip back out and head back down to everybody.
How'd he react?
I was very happy. He might ask to send her back with someone safely.
I'm sure we can find a place for her.
I'm sure she can stay at the office with Ace and I for now, until you all get back. Safest point there is.
He nods.
Oh, considering you have to go through the rest of town before you get to the office, yeah, a lot of people to sneak by.
And then you have to get through Amos and Ace. It's one of those choose your battles wisely.
If you get there unharmed, you might be able to take them on.
Might.
And
Very
that is
heavily
the smallest
might.
percentage of might, because monk full wizard.
It depends on what it is, too.
Yeah, true. But yeah, I'm sure everything's perfect fine.
And you go the wrong direction, then you got a shark or a lava dragon.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's one of those. Oh, wrong turn.
Yeah,
Oh?
make the wrong turn. You end up at like the worst.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Make the wrong turn, you walk into the library.
Hmm?
Oh, hello.
And one of those
Philadelphia.
wizards purely does not tolerate shit, too. Like,
It's like,
Yeah.
what the hell do you want?
Good luck. But yes,
Bye.
they can do this.
Thank you.
I assume you are going to wait until a little bit later in the day.
Once everyone's ready.
We can't do the thing until nightfall, right? So.
Unless you have the lady guide you.
Yeah, that's actually true.
But I think only Harx was offered that, and Reyan was technically there when she said that.
Yeah.
Well, we can go whenever. She outside can take us. Garrett's friend. Give him some time, though.
Yeah.
Would not like to tear someone away from someone brought back. And have them moping around because they didn't get to spend any time with them. It's gonna be enough moping once we get there.
We make a rule about no moping.
No.
Worth a try.
What exactly is this moping?
What you're doing.
I couldn't be expected to follow that.
Ryan. The simpler explanation would be something has upset you to the point that you no longer wish to show any other emotion because any other emotion would be too hard to display.
You, in the middle of this, see the door kind of open. You see her just holding it open as the little dog walks in. And she just closes the door.
Harx puts a hand down.
It will happily come over. If I can pick it up, it will happily come over.
You give it head pats and stretches.
Technically.
Oh god, Harx is the non-druid druid. All the animals.
Technically, Harx also mopes a lot.
I'm sorry, what do you expect me to do? I
Mm.
watched someone die. I couldn't do anything to help. Oh, what's that? Oh, right. I watched a bunch of orphans die before being tucked away. Oh, what's that? My village was wiped out. I think I have plenty to mope about. Plus, we're in a shit world. Moping comes with the territory.
There is hope, though.
I don't think any of you have any harder stories, but you are all very depressing. And you see, like, a very tired, like, peeking around the chair. Julius. So kind of laying there.
No, that's true.
Warning.
All of our stories are depressing in their own rights. Some of us just choose to try and look on the brighter side of things. The others of us just accept what has happened.
Just because we choose to look on the brighter side doesn't mean we haven't accepted what's happened.
I've accepted, I just know how to smile once in a while, which all of you can benefit from.
Points at Julius! See?
I also smile once in a while when I'm fucking with the rest of you.
Whatever keeps you happy.
See, he understands.
I'm just.
Looks at the dog, turns and looks at Julius, looks back to the dog. Go lick his face.
Just wags its tail and runs over. And you see it do, like, what a cat would do, where it just kind of slowly bends down, shake its butt, and it's gonna jump on top of him and start licking him. Okay.
Oh.
I'm awake, I'm awake, I'm awake.
Nope. No, not the circles of death on drag.
I'm still here, just ignore it.
He's still here, he saved.
Everything's fine.
Winner takes all.
This is a very friendly dog.
Very friendly. Bye, Drag.
Pretend you see nothing. Immerse yourself, damn it.
Well, at least she doesn't consider us a threat. Which can be a good or a bad thing.
I will take yes as the answer to that. I don't think there is something that's not cool in manner.
Sure, everything's fine.
Well, let me know when everyone's ready. I'll go get Zach once we're good to go.
I think once I'm done taking a bath from a dog, I'm ready. It's still trying to lick him.
But we're ready. We're just giving time.
Fair enough. I feel like I've missed things, but I'm not gonna ask. It's too early.
He's got a pixie friend back.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. He's with her right now. So just giving him a little bit of time. I offered for him to go back along with, but
He's probably still worried about you.
yeah. In the back of Rand's mind is like, I didn't want him to go home anyways. I did, but I didn't. The unfortunate part of this entire thing is like the separation is going to be difficult.
You gotta get used to it, yeah. An
Yeah.
overtime thing.
Right now they are still very much joined at the hip.
It's like the honeymoon period of when a couple is like does not want to be apart from each other ever, and sending the text message of "I miss you."
It is very early on in this whole thing, and he's just trying to manage everything and separate his emotions from Zach's emotions, and going like, I can control all of this. It's fine.
All right. What do you guys do while you give him time then?
I will take this time to make sure I have everything for what I need for what I have prepped in my spellbook.
Fair.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Sure. Rayan will probably also do the check-in with Julius.
He's still kind of pinned under a dog. I don't think you have
Yeah.
a choice.
He's fine. The dog isn't mauling him or anything.
Just puts
No,
hand on the head of the dog.
It's like laid down on him at this point.
Mm.
Think you made a friend.
Well, so far it seems to be everyone's friend.
How are you holding up, by the way? Sorry about the bombs yesterday.
I would appreciate it if I wasn't so left out of the loop.
I didn't know you were left out. I'm sorry.
I didn't see anything because I was told not to. Well, more given a look of not to.
Well, you and I keep the best secrets of this group.
Sure do.
That's concerning. And also reassuring, I think. I'm not sure.
Probably both. For multiple reasons.
Yeah.
But I'm alright.
My insight. Don't mind me.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna try, dang it! No, he's got, like, stupid charisma, but I'ma try anyway.
What do you get for not putting all the points in your wisdom and proficiency?
Oh, that's not good.
What'd you get?
I got a 12.
He seems fine.
Hate it here. Alright. Just figured I'd check in.
I would worry more about the other two. But He kind of looks at Harx, who spilled his entire life story,
Yeah.
and then Mihi.
Oh, I'm
Trust me.
fine.
You're lying.
That's what you think.
That's what I know.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Just like lowering his voice. Yeah, no. Neither of them are okay.
Just for shits and giggles, while you're sitting there, Lance is gonna make an insight on the room.
Wait, Vance's?
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay.
It's fine.
Insight on
the
Harx?
room.
He's
the
making it on the
room.
room, yeah, so if anybody
Oh,
wants to
God.
roll a deception for any reason,
Alright, here we
just
go.
sitting there sipping tea and glancing at everybody.
Hold on. Use the same die? Yeah, we're gonna use it. We're gonna keep using this die until I find out.
See, Mihi's turned around. Or
No.
is she facing everybody now?
She's facing everyone.
She's facing everyone.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
She turned around when
Right.
yeah.
So, I'm not even gonna bother to roll for Julius, because I don't think any of you could have beaten this, even if you wanted to. Well, actually, Harx and Julius could beat it, technically.
Well, I guess we'd have to roll nat 20s.
No, you would just have to roll the same number he did,
Ah, I see.
because I'll put it this way: he has the same insight as you do deception.
Oh, jeez.
Motherfucker, he rolled a 19 on the die.
He rolled a fucking 30.
Gods!
Oh. I can't beat that.
You can't?
I have a
Julius
plus 8 to
technically.
deception.
Oh, Julius has a plus 11.
Yeah, I'm not expertise in deception yet.
That might be why, yeah.
After this one yet. Sure, that'll terrify everybody.
Yeah, and he's only proficient, he's not expert.
How's...
He's a level 20. He got the plus 6.
Oh, right. Vance, right.
Yeah.
I was...
Julius is expert, yeah, that's the
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
He's just gonna keep sipping his tea, but he's gonna make like that kind of noise of like, sure, that humming.
Flap flap over here in almost cold indifference. It's fine. Wait, is that the right term? Cold? Maybe.
Yeah.
She is indifferent to many things right now.
The thing about Vance is he does not hide when he's like, I know better than what all of you are saying.
I know some stuff.
Essentially.
As Harx is just looking down, doesn't even look up at Vance. If you know what's best, you'll keep that to yourself.
I didn't say a thing.
You may be good at reading people, but you're not good at hiding when you do know things.
Oh, I never said which one I noticed.
I was more covering the basis for everyone.
Well, points to me, depressed. Points to you, angry and depressed.
I prefer the term manic, thank you.
Same thing.
Precisely, but it's one word, not two.
Points to Reyan. What do you say about Reyan?
Pressing.
Too many traits from your parents.
I
I
agree.
take offense to that.
And I agree with that.
Points to Julius. And you're very good at lying to others.
That he is.
Blinks. I have a lot to learn.
This is what we mean when we say clerics are the ones who take care of everyone, not just health-wise. Well, I mean, technically, it's mental health. You know what I mean.
Why do you think I keep asking?
Well, no one
Question.
wants to come to me for therapy, and I wonder why.
Because you take too much solace in knowing something is wrong.
I'm also the calmest person for the most part.
Maybe I should come talk to you. No, not really. I'll keep it to myself. Plus, I already have somebody who will yell at me if I don't speak with them first. Isn't that right, Julius?
He just kind of does that little, like, shrug.
To be fair, the same thing could be said from me to you. Glancing back at Julius.
We have a deal.
One of us is definitely not sticking to that deal.
Don't worry about it.
And that is one quick way to get people to worry about it.
Oh, because of things I know, I am worried about it. But, you know, it's not so much I can do unless he talks.
You know, should we go check to see if the lady is awake? See the dog just lift its head and shake its head.
I don't think she is.
I think we should give them a bit more time.
I love how no one else knows anything. Reyan just knows things.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure it's fine.
Reyan is also a very good secret keeper.
When he's not panicking.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can't ask the sister who doesn't speak. At least to your knowledge, that's all she said. Well, she doesn't speak. Well, then you don't know if she can do the mental thing.
Harx, no.
No, you don't. She hasn't tried to talk to you yet.
No, but I was meaning the mental thing.
No, this one, Daniel, she hasn't talked to anybody yet.
Oh, no, no mind.
The sister that hasn't said a word.
Lord.
She was introduced as the sister.
Right, that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nobody's tried to, like, directly ask her questions, though.
Yeah.
I have a child sleeping on the floor by me, by the way.
Aww.
Gotta keep waking up, apparently. Yeah. Whatever you guys want to do. You want to just wait a few hours? Do you want to go talk to anybody? Do you want to...
I will BRB.
Okay. That works too. You can do that. Well, sit up as soon as the dog lets him up.
I'm just kind of gonna look around.
Mhm.
I think you've seen Nubby. Sorry. Yeah.
Mhm.
Wrong accent. Have any of you seen Nubby?
No.
Boy, where did you get off to?
Hikari kind of looks at her. She looks down at her lap under like the blanket. There's a lump.
As I'm sitting here just looking around, I actually didn't see it. That's the only reason I actually asked in character. I was like, I almost would start questioning, like, wait a minute, where the fuck did Nubby go?
I don't know if he wants out of the warm.
Oh no, that's fair. I just wanted to make sure he didn't get outside and wander off.
Has he done that before?
Yes, it took me half the day to find him in the city.
Wait, can't you just make him
Yes.
just... Then why
Well, no. Not after a certain distance.
Ah.
So I believe it's like, I think it's like within 100 feet.
Let me double check.
Actually, I think it might be shorter than that.
I want to double check this now. You can communicate with it telepathically. It's within 100 feet, and you can also use the see through its eyes and hear what it hears. And then it just says, as an action, you can temporarily dismiss your familiar.
Right.
So
Okay.
they do not have to be near you for you to essentially
Gotcha.
dismiss them and recall them.
I used to do that all the time with Grail.
Yeah, that's why she's giving you this look of like, don't wait.
Yeah. Oh, it's not like I can't resummon him whenever, if anything bad happens. I won't let him wander. But, looks outside. I'm not going to let him wander out here.
I mean, it's been rather peaceful.
Just because it's been peaceful doesn't mean if he wanders into the forest, that'll change.
Can he even get outside the walls? I guess we didn't really look to see if there was any holes anywhere.
During Rand's fly above the area, did he see any?
You would have had to have been looking for that specifically, because that could range anywhere from like an entire wall to literally just a hole somewhere.
Gotcha.
I'll be honest, I completely forgot there were walls.
Yes, there are
Yeah,
walls
there's-
surrounding the center part.
Yeah.
Because this was one of the main cities.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Which seems to be a theme with most of the main cities, was that there was a wall.
Yeah.
Most of them. Elysium, I believe, was the exception.
Ah, but
If there is nothing else, when do you guys want to leave? How long are you going to give people?
As a player, I will say I would be willing to give him a couple of hours.
Okay. That doesn't really help what I'm asking. I'm asking for like, okay, would you like to leave at noon?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay, like that's what I need to know.
Yeah, sorry.
Because travel distance, I need to know about what time you guys
Yeah.
are going to be starting to head out.
Fair.
Okay.
Ugh.
As for the sake of things, if there's literally nothing else, I'm just gonna move on to that then.
Yeah. Before they head out, Harx will just set Mittens on the ground. You're going to have to wait here, friend. He doesn't want to leave Mittens, but he has to. He doesn't want a ghost dragon follow him.
Hmm? Doing the whole like mama cat thing where it just runs up, grabs the cat by the scruff, and runs off.
Yep.
Oh.
It's like, oh, nope. Oh, shit. Sorry, Mittens. I tried. Your mother said no.
The creepy thing is they're ghosts. She could come at you from any angle and go through you and then grab a cat.
Up from the ground.
This is mine, thank you.
It's in the walls. It's in the goddamn walls.
God.
Oh, fuck. And I bitch slapping her butt out of my ear again.
GG's.
It keeps hooking on this fucking little handle thing for my drawer. And then I just move my head weirdly and I go point.
Don't do that.
Oh, yeah.
It's very unpleasant.
I
To
can
collect my microphones over here and not attach to the earbud, otherwise you'll be hearing that very constantly.
Potato.
I'm just moving people off the board, so like I said, unless there's anything else.
No,
Oh.
Honestly, Harx would probably be readjusting things into different bags.
Yeah, making sure Pixie is with.
With Vance.
Yeah.
Honestly, he probably just walked up to the nearest person.
Yeah. Sympathetic pats on shoulder.
Definitely feeling a lot better, though.
Yeah.
Still a little sad leaving her, but he's feeling better.
Yeah. Good.
Immortal Wombat.
Over here.
These guns are waiting out there for you. Technically, Garrett would still be with them. I just moved him off the board for now.
Hey. I'll move Zach with me. Whoa.
Please. Please help me.
I got Zach. I imagine those two are not going to be very far from each other unless necessary. So
It's fine. Are you ready
That'll
to
plus
go?
us, man.
Ready as we're going to be.
Alright. It's quite a walk. Are you ready? She
Let's
says
everyone-
this, but she got here pretty quick.
yeah. Had long walks before.
Where?
Then follow me. And she will just start walking.
Mm-hmm.
We're we're just gonna skip straight to your travel area.
Woo!
Walking, we're walking.
Also, probably like as they're leaving, Rand probably gave like a nod back to Garrett, unless he's traveling with them.
Unless he is asked, he will not. So unless somebody wants to ask him this.
No.
It is Harx's thing, so Rand's defaulting to whoever he would like to go, except for when it comes to Zach, and that's more of a him thing.
Harx will not ask anybody else to go.
That's fair. I'm just gonna put them ahead of you.
He knows he's stuck with Zach because of Reyan, and he has accepted that.
That's fair.
They will be separated at some point. It's gonna happen eventually, just not today.
Fair. Not today, Saint. Wait, what?
No.
You leave the city and start traveling through the forest, and she takes you to more of a denser part of the forest. It's always so strange being in the Feywild because despite all the destruction and everything, the Feywild just regrows and just looks like nothing ever happened after a bit. Minus the areas that are purposely cut down to be the cities. Yeah, she's just gonna not say a word and just keep leading you guys.
Oop, better.
Still here. Be immersed, damn it. Be immersed.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to think. I actually don't know if the Cloak of Charisma has a hood.
You could say it does, it doesn't matter. It's a cloak, I would imagine
It does. He's gonna pull the hood up and just throw it over his head.
Okay. What were you saying, Espolio?
Good question.
Oh god.
Like, it was the beginning of a thought that kind of petered out.
Alright.
You know, fucking Harx will also just have that dagger drawn, just not activated at the moment.
Fair?
Just
Ominous?
Well, because they're in the Feywild. He doesn't know if something's going to jump out of the trees.
He seems very unfazed and is walking very calmly.
Harx doesn't care. He's being prepared.
When suddenly Gorgon.
Oh god.
At that point,
no.
death is embraced. So yeah.
Okay. After a bit, roll me perceptions.
Okay. Perception, you said. Oh, that's a beautiful number that I have
I
to
am
add.
decent at that.
I'm great at it.
Also technically decent at insight as well. It just that's a natural 20. Okay.
I'm great at perception.
These would eventually reach like a rock bridge.
Rock. I like rocks.
You could see the path that is roughly there continues, but they turn to go up this bridge.
Huh. Yeah, fair enough.
So let's see, what
Interesting
all
path.
do you roll?
I rolled shit.
There are many paths here in the Feywild. You just have to know which ones to take. So you don't get lost.
I was told that when I was very small.
Well, sometimes this place likes to change the paths if they want to mess with you in a second. Or
Yeah.
lead you somewhere specific.
The land is alive.
Very much. Reyan, you're the only one who would notice this, because the other two rolled poorly. As you guys are walking to follow them, you notice, you hear something, and you glance over, and you glance in multiple spots, because you hear rustling, essentially. Here, like, over here. Oh, it'll let me. There we go. Over here, and, like, back here, and over there. But it stops after a few seconds. Is there a problem?
Feel like we're being followed. Or at least watched.
Do you now?
Wrestling.
And what do you decide to do about this?
I hate that question. As a player, I hate that question.
What does that mean?
Do we all hear that question?
Yeah, she's talking directly to Reyan as he's pointing all this out.
Harx turns to Reyan. We do nothing.
Huh?
Do nothing.
Okay.
As was stated, the Feywild is alive.
Kind of glancing at the spots again.
They're not moving now. Could be nature, could be a creature, you're not sure.
See, the problem is the kid is a slight curious. And also the slight worried.
Until anything occurs, we respect it and move through it.
So we continue.
Yeah.
Come on. She continue walking.
You know that I'm walking forward, but I'm still gonna be glancing back where I saw things. Like, that's kind of what Reyan's doing, trying to keep an eye on everything.
Yeah.
Trying to see if he notices anything else.
Come to more of a clearing now. And the immediate thing that catches your eye is almost like a fossilized image. Embedded in the ground are these remains of a fossilized dragon. bones. Perfectly intact. Laying there in the middle of the path. And she continues walking.
Yeah. I feel like Reyan does like a little respectful like bow of his head to kind of like out of respect for like the dead thing, even though it's fossilized, it's been a while, it's still something that died.
Yeah, it's interesting as you get closer to it because, like I said, it kind of reminds you of like a fossil in a rock. It's completely flat on the ground, so it's basically become part of the ground at this point. It's just visible enough to see it, essentially. Go ahead and make me perceptions again.
Okay.
Please.
Please roll better than 11.
Please roll better
dear
than
Lord,
drag.
That's flat for me.
Oh, well, I did roll better than 11.
Guy.
Okay.
I did it.
This time.
I only have a +1. Did it.
This time, you and Reyan and Harx hear this rustling again. In the trees this time. And you catch a glimpse of this tiny little creature poking head out at you.
Huh.
But you hear the rustling throughout the entire tree, but you just happen to catch a glance of one. And it looks like a little... mixture of a chicken and a dragon. I'm not sure how else to describe it, other than that's what it reminds me of.
Fuck yeah, it's a lucky boy.
This isn't the Felcore I was promised. Sorry, I do.
And now that you're focusing on this, you can kind of hear it throughout several of these trees. Not just that one.
Huh. They are being watched.
They help guard the path.
Make sure those who are dangerous do not find it.
Well, they're quite passive. But they will be a nuisance, I guess you could say.
We're passing through their home, so it'd be strange for them not to watch us.
If you were alone, they would probably come pester you.
I said, it's their home.
Your
Don't expect
reaction
nothing less.
often makes a difference. Keeps walking.
Which is why you were asking earlier what I wanted to do.
Well, if you try to approach one, it might have tried to bite you.
Probably not a great idea.
Yes, how will we keep our cleric with all 10 of his fingers? Shall we?
I cannot control them. guys back a bit.
Wait.
Oh,
Mhm.
god damn it. Try
I got it. I can get it for you.
please. Just back here somewhere.
Okay.
Whee!
There you go.
Another couple hours pass, and at this point it's probably in like the sunset time. It actually didn't take you as long as she seemed to have implied. You're not sure if it's just because she knows the pathing, or if her words made a difference. You paid attention to what she's been saying.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll move here. As you enter this beautiful, untouched little sanctuary looking area.
Wow.
But it appears to be a dead end. The only thing you would notice is you would probably see a couple more of those little guys kind of chilling out here, which I'm not going to put too many just because I do have to move them off the board.
Yeah.
You'll probably see several more than that, but for the sake of visual, there are a couple. And you see a couple of these little guys protecting some very large eggs. The eggs are as big as these things.
Mm-hmm.
And they're several colors. And they all kind of immediately look at you and just kind of do, like, put their wings around the eggs, essentially as best they can. Just stare at you.
Yeah.
Harx will make a motion with his hand as far as, like, you know, like the hand motion of, like, calm down or, like, to notify we're not going to do anything.
Mm. You also see very large dragonflies, turtles swimming in the water. But you do see this little table here, there's a little bench. Oh, don't get that close. About there, yeah, they kind of, she puts up a hand and to stop you and just keeps walking, essentially, until she reaches about here. Well. The test will probably be a little different since you didn't come here on your own. Because normally it's a test of judgment and character.
Tarzan looks at the group. See? I told you it would be different because we all came.
Well, we weren't going to let you do it alone.
Rather unfortunate.
Well, you're not the first large group to come here. We've actually had more. And she's actually going to walk over here and sit down.
Oh boy.
Are you prepared?
Deep breath. Look at the rest of everyone else. Are you all ready?
Mihi nods.
Julius and Zach will nod.
Ding.
We're ready.
Alright. And she pulls out a book. And it opens up on its own as it floats above her hand. And the wolf next to her sits down and lets out a howl. And you see the book begin to glow. Which I need to change the music real quick. Don't mind me.
I think I will, thank you.
Let's see. Above her, almost in between both your areas, a light comes out of the book. And the sky turns night. And a portal opens up. You can see a close-up of the stars through this portal. And in the stars you see a pattern drawn in the shape of a constellation that looks like a dragon. And it seems to take form. And at first it's spectral as it heads towards the portal. My game would stop saving, thank you. That would be nice. And as it passes through, it turns physical. Because I'm going to put it here, and I do have to change the size a little bit. It just kind of lands right there.
Whoa. Oh boy.
And it's staring at all of you.
Wow.
This portal above you remains open, which gives it this... I'm gonna say, you know what? What's in the background is what you see up above it.
Okay.
What do you do? This is just currently staring. Yes. Oh, God. I was just pointing out she's not the one who makes the test. She just summons the person that makes the test.
Fine.
Harx will pull his dagger away. And we'll
music for this.
We'll approach it.
Let's put this one on for now. Because until you guys actually start combat, you may not need that music.
Harx will throw his dagger and will begin to approach it.
Okay. It just watches as you approach, and it is towering above you. Very beautiful dragon that you've never heard of or seen.
I ask you make this judgment based on me alone.
It looks at you for a bit longer before it looks up at your companions. And I can't do a deep voice right now, so I'm not going to because my throat hurts. But it is going to look back at you. No one is allowed until they pass the test.
I feel they already have. They've decided to stick by me through this and come here, follow me. They didn't have to. They chose to.
He's gonna lean down so it's face to face with you.
Mm-hmm.
What is it you're seeking? And
He will.
or it'll look at all of you at the after asking Harx that. And you're hearing the voice in your head, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
What are you all seeking?
He will pull out the fabric and hold it up, presenting it to the dragon. I'm here searching for the last connection to my family.
And it's going to start looking at all of you one at a time for an answer.
Yeah. Reyan just gives like a slight respectful bow. I am here for answers from my friend. And any answers that questions that I may not know that I need answered.
What's Zach say? Maybe find out how to protect people. Honestly, he's only following you. He can't say he's following for Harx. Yeah. I'm here to be with my brother. Would be Julius's answer. What would Mihi say? Okay.
Looking straight at the great majestic flap. A good distance ahead of them. They shall speak thusly, and this is totally not me. It's a way to buy time at all.
It is a very majestic looking dragon.
No, it's got like all the sparklies. It
Do you have any idea
from the cosmos?
How many searches I had to do to get a fucking like galaxy type dragon?
About a few. I have had reason to do my own research for no reason in particular.
Uh-huh.
I was looking up specifically like star dragon, and I was like, oh, this is terrible.
And how many of those were animated GIFs that you immediately heard shooting star to?
I did not, thank God.
You were lucky. But yeah, looking dead ahead of this dragon. I seek knowledge of this world and its ways.
Don't mind me rolling things.
I think I will, thanks. I'm the nervous.
Okay. I have to wait for Jay to get back.
Yee.
Sure, is that
Oh, fine. Made some rolls. Yeah, everybody answered. How would this be worded? Is it looks back at you, Harx? And what can you tell me to make me trust that you won't cause trouble? And for a moment you see its eyes like flash.
I'll answer your question with another. Why would I want to ruin my chances to find out what truly happened the night I lost my home? The day that I lost my mother, my uncle, and the rest of the people in that village. These are answers I've yearned for.
And yet you hold a lot of anger.
I do. But also a need for understanding. That understanding cannot be gained if I were to cause trouble in there.
If you
Therefore,
cause trouble in there, you will be dealing with me personally.
that is something I accept, as it will be my own doing.
This warning goes to all of you. We are always willing to give a chance, but we watch closely, especially newcomers.
Reyan nods. Just the, yep, yes sir.
And believe me when I say, I am not the one you should be scared of.
Oh, good.
He's gonna sit. Stand up like a very proud, dragon would, sitting up that way.
Like the big dragon in Spyro, but much, much more majestic.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm sorry, I have very little knowledge on majestic dragon imagery. But...
You have my permission to pass.
Harx will bow.
Suggest you control that hatred.
My need for answers outweighs my anger.
I can tell. That does not mean people don't react irrationally. And believe me, you don't want to leave by punishment. And you find out why later.
Good. Good.
As it sits there, it begins to become ethereal again, and all these little stars in the same constellation appear around it. And you see it start to reform above you as it's disappearing in front of you. Until it fades back in as a normal set of stars.
Sure.
Wow.
And the portal and book both close. More often people are afraid of the test. Although there have been times where they've had to prove themselves via fighting. It doesn't always feel that's necessary depending on their past. Fire knowledge, the glow in the eyes was reading all of you.
Oh, good.
And how truthful your answers were. Which is why I was making rolls.
You know, this is fair.
Shall we? She just... Actually, she will be the only one to approach this, and she'll just walk right into the water. It's about waist deep.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Are you afraid of a little water?
Not necessarily afraid.
It's rather warm whenever you do enter. Like a nice little hot spring.
Nice.
And she will wave her hand as this giant dragon skull opens. and you see a path that you couldn't see before. And she will simply motion. All you have to do is use the key at the shrine. Step out of the way.
Harx will start down the path.
Okay. Do you all follow?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have gone interesting if the rules weren't in your favor.
You know.
It's time for a death battle.
Essentially, you guys wade in from over here.
Okay.
You are still in the water, but you come to this beautiful hidden shrine.
Oh god.
Hmm?
Apparently it told me I clicked the wheel, but I didn't.
Hmm?
Yeah, I love when it does that.
As soon as you all enter, you hear this close behind you, and you don't, she did not follow. You have found a hidden shrine. As it's almost walled in by forest and everything. You're not even sure where you are, necessarily. Or if this leads anywhere else, if there is a way out of it, other than the way you came in.
I imagine this banks up like a hill off the water. Right.
Yep, you can. There's a little stream here that you could kind of climb up. You could also try to get up over here.
Well, he would go down a little bit
Mm-hmm.
until he, I take it, probably would see this
Yeah.
and would then use the rocks about here.
Okay. Good choice,
Shooting,
because
climbing
once you
up.
get over here, it's a bit steep.
Yeah, so I was like, you know, he wouldn't try. I don't think he would try and go through like probably the thick brush. That's right there. He would probably try and find something to climb up on.
Hmm.
Mihi
come
and
up
Flat
here, though,
Brigade
with
are
me.
just gonna go. Woo.
Yeah.
Does Reyan follow?
Yes.
Grab them. Move them.
Yeah.
And
You do see a
over the river.
shrine over here.
Okay. Here we go.
Where's shrine?
The giant platform over here?
Oh, that over there. Ha 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 ha.
The only thing that looks like a shrine?
Ignore me. I had not scrolled out.
There's light that's still coming
You
in,
pink
but
joy,
yet
how dare you?
you can't see past the trees.
You know, did not mean to hit tab. I was trying to clear off caps lock because apparently I hit caps lock.
Mm.
And you see this pedestal there.
Beautiful.
Without saying a word, he'll approach the pedestal
Mhm.
and place the fabric down on it.
Okay.
Have to remember. Player has to remember how it was said as far as to use it.
It was something in Elvish that you had to say. I thought I had sent it to you or said it at one point, but I don't know if you wrote it down because now I wouldn't remember. It's been a while since you got it. You could also just make something up that you feel would make sense.
Oh god. Mother of God. I was also trying to look through DMs as far as try to figure out what
It's
to type in
probably
search.
very buried if there is.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm pretty sure I said it on stream at the time. Which is why it's been in too long, unfortunately.
Yeah. Maybe the right thing notes. Did I write it? Inventory.
That's what I say, you could just make something up. You feel something is appropriate.
What would you even say? You know what? He would just say the Elvish word for sanctuary.
Fair. I will accept this. As you're watching it, you see the stars on it light up. And you're not close enough, you can't see this, so unless you won't move forward, you ain't seeing this shit.
Got it.
Harx can see it because he's right in front of it.
Fair.
They begin doing similar to what that dragon did, where it begins to form a pattern. And you get the feeling this is what they meant by using it as a map. It might have done something similar in leading you here. And it forms an island. And the whole thing glows, and behind you in that archway, a portal opens up. So you guys are now on two different sides of a portal. Because you can't see each other now, since some of you stayed off of there for some reason. But it looks like it leads to another place. Somewhere inside. In front of a statue that has been broken. Although it's less... I'll give you this. It's less broken in the sense of like it's been attacked or something. It's broken in it's old. It just like wore out and probably got broken over time.
Can we get around to join without stepping through this portal that's cutting us off?
You would like to try to skirt your way around over the water here?
That's a little dangerous, ain't it? I have
not
wings.
Water, but the like drop that's there. No, well, I mean, he could probably pull out his wings, but...
That's a little tricky.
If you all can hear me, just walk through the portal.
Yeah, you can hear him.
Okay.
He'll step through. We'll just kind of move you a little closer together, because I'm probably going to have to move you anyways.
Yep.
As you end up... Ooh. No, don't ignore that. I accidentally hit a button multiple times because of my fucking mouse. There you go. Yeah. Technically. Ooh. I can't sometimes. Like, the problem is my mouse likes to double and triple click and
Fair. Where do you want me to move them?
I was just gonna say you guys are kind of like right in front of this path, so you're actually more in front of it. Because you saw the statue through the portal.
Yeah. Oh god, nope, I didn't mean to click off of having everybody click. There we go, and...
I will buy a new mouse soon, I promise.
It's all good. I'm sorry it's giving you such fits.
It's not even fits, this has been a problem for weeks.
Yeah.
This is a daily problem.
Sorry, hon.
I mean... Really, this place looks like it's just not been taken care of. But you're not sure how often people come through this anymore. Although it is still lit. There's still fire burning.
You know what? Just because he'd probably do this. He will look at the rest of you. Before we go any further, give me a moment.
Sure.
And he'll go around to bad sections as far as a lot of dirt and cobwebs and stuff. You cast Prestidigitation.
Okay. I mean, I can't
Just-
really fix this, but
I know, but he'll like I said a few parts ago, he'll just go around and at least clean it up a little bit.
Okay. I don't
Probably
know what the
take
range is on
you-
that, as some of this is on the ceiling.
What he can reach.
Okay.
Like it's just not a lot. Like I said, he's a little bit.
Hmm.
And when he returns to the group, hopefully, maybe that will inspire some people to come back through and pick some of this up. Pointing to that,
There's one exit.
I feel as if that's where we're supposed to go.
Alright. Onward then.
Yeah. You don't necessarily have to move, you just need to let me know you're going that way.
Yeah. Well, go to the door.
But now...
Now, you see the dragon's warning. You guys would appear... Oh my gosh. Hang on. I'm trying. I'm not gonna shrink your tokens, but you're basically
That's
up
fine.
on this hill over here.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you walk out, and what you see is you're surrounded by clouds. And it's very windy out here. And you just see this landscape of untouched buildings, this giant lake. Because this is a pretty high up area that you're on. You even see in the distance a castle-like structure and you notice, because this is the most obvious thing, the floating island over here, held up by these crystals.
Don't panic, I think we're in the air.
What gave you that impression?
Yes.
And even looking down, even though you can't see things very well from this distance, you can see movement within at least this city part here.
Mm-hmm.
And even like flat, like some over here and stuff as well.
Which way do you think we should head? Towards the city here at the base of the hill? Or the massive castle over there?
Well, we're looking for one person, right?
I swear, Reyan, if you ask me if I know anything about him or where we should probably
No.
start.
You're looking
No,
for whoever survived in your village. You don't know if it's one person, multiple people, you have no idea. That was never specified.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, what was specified is she did say they. So you know there's gotta be at least more than one.
Yeah.
Sure.
You just don't know how many.
Well, best bets are always start down in the cities.
Let's move, shall we?
Which way do you go? Just tell me. You go to that one?
Yep. It's the closest.
Okay. And for your reference, this is the southern part of the island. Based on where I had the compass set up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot more people than you expected. When you finally do reach this, it is a very thriving area. There are so many different races walking around. Not in a vast majority, like there aren't a lot of elves necessarily, but there's some elves. There aren't a lot of dwarves, but there's some dwarves. It's a very mixed bag.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not something you've seen in a long time. Of just people happy, working, taking care of things. You even see guards.
Culture shock.
Yeah. For Mihi, yeah.
Yeah.
She's used to the, like, kind of ish with the little city, but not like this.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful natural landscape.
So just start walking.
Yeah.
He's not going to start. He's not going to talk to anyone. He's just going to walk. And if anybody recognizes him or anything, he'll let them stop him.
That's fair. You walk and...
Because he doesn't know how to ask as far as about something that happened, you know.
Well,
that
you know
far
what
ago.
race you're looking for.
Yeah, looking for elf. Special elf.
Well, there's a few of those. You're also
Yeah.
looking for changelings, aren't you? Isn't that the one
Yeah.
you're specifically looking for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Changelings and special elf. One specific special elf.
Good luck specifying that.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm just like. You
You actually do see a couple of those elves walking around. There's a few different ones, ranging from children to there. If anything, actually, that's what you would probably see the majority of mixed in, because this was their home. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
And they were the ones that allowed these people to come here. So it seems... I will let you guys think on it, I think. And I think this will be a good stopping point because I need to decide whether or not anybody would recognize you. Not just you, but anyone else, if anyone else ever ended up here.
Oh, dang.
Yep.
And you were told there's 3 places like this.
Yeah.
Yep.
I need to make some decisions.
Oh, good. Good.
Decisioning.
And this also will factor into where you decide to visit and things like that.
Yeah.
If you decide to stay a while and check the whole island.
Reyan wants to see everything so bad. He hasn't seen something like this since he was, like, so small, and even then, by the time he was around, everything was, like, freaking chaos.
And people pay you no mind. They don't seem to be bothered that you're here or anything. That you're just...
Everything is so peaceful. He really likes it.
Well, I think that is a good stopping point because I know where Harx's thing is, but I need to find out if there's more for you guys.
So many things.
There were a lot of people that you could potentially find. You just didn't know where they were hiding. There is a chance that they could have ended up in these places. I'll have to roll for it.
Oh, good.
Sure, it's fine. Nothing to worry about here.
Uh-huh.
I blame
Sure.
Reyan.
Sure. Listen, Reyan's just here and being curious and wants to go, like, just wander and exist, but he's kind of here for, like, a very specific purpose currently.
Yeah, I mean, it's very possible for you guys to wander around. You've been told that this is a place not to be violent.
Yeah.
A very peaceful place. If anything, the guards are probably there in case somebody does ever have a quarrel to deal with, or they might be dealing with people that might get drunk or things like that.
Yeah.
They're the basic
Or
guards.
we only deal with petty thieves and the occasional drunken brawl.
They don't even deal with thieves. They don't tolerate any of that. Like I said, they might deal with taking people somewhere. Don't worry about that. If it ever came down to it. But you'll notice that the guards are mostly those elves. There's a few that aren't, but for the most part it's those elves.
Fair. Understandable, so.
Yeah.
This is going to be fun.
I think you'll be fine. I think you guys will enjoy your time here. This is the one time you can live in peace.
No mass murder, Reyan.
Please don't say that, because, like, they're... Fine.
And with that, thank you all for coming and hanging out.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.